Welcome back, distinguished architects of the truth and guardians of the unspoken, to the grand library of Mr. Magazine. You have stepped once again into the only auditorium in the digital world where a whisper is analyzed with the gravity of a shout, and where the silence of a star is read like a tragic poem. We are the premier destination for those who understand that in the glittering, often deceptive world of celebrity, the most profound stories are those hidden behind the velvet curtains of public relations. Today, we are not merely discussing a rumor, we are dissecting a seismic event, a moment of unexpected candor that has shattered the polite facade of the Turkish entertainment industry. We are turning our gaze toward the fearless Mert Ramazan Demir, a man known for his talent, who has reportedly become the catalyst for a revolution of truth. The subject? The radiant, yet allegedly mistreated, Afra Saraçoğlu. We are about to delve into a narrative of broken promises, silent suffering, and a vindication that has come from the most unlikely of sources. But before we unravel the layers of this emotional tapestry, I must ask for a moment of your esteemed patronage. If you value the depth, the elegance, and the fearless pursuit of reality that defines our storytelling, please ensure you have pressed that subscribe button. It is your passport to the inner circle. For those among you who wish to stand shoulder to shoulder with us as we walk the red carpet of exclusive analysis, the join button, Katil, is waiting for your click. Your likes and comments are the fuel for our engines, and today, we need your voice more than ever. Now, let us listen to the words that woke the gossip world from its slumber. The gossip world, usually a landscape of carefully curated images and strategic leaks, awoke this week to a shocking revelation that felt less like a headline and more like an earthquake. The dark, often obscured aspects of a relationship involving the beloved Afra Saraçoğlu, aspects that have been long discussed in hushed tones behind the scenes and whispered about in the dimly lit corners of production sets, were finally dragged into the harsh light of day. And this time, the revelation did not come from an anonymous source or a bitter rival, it came from a source of unexpected power and proximity. Mert Ramazan Demir, an actor already celebrated for his unvarnished authenticity and outspoken nature, has reportedly revolutionized the gossip ecosystem with a series of statements made to his inner circle, statements that were too heavy with truth to remain contained. These words, traveling at the speed of light through the grapevine of Istanbul's elite, have painted a portrait of a man who could no longer stand idly by. The core of his message was simple, yet devastatingly effective: Afra deserves much better. It is a phrase that, on the surface, seems innocuous, but in the context of the tumultuous history we have all witnessed, it lands with the weight of a judge's gavel. Demir reportedly elaborated, expressing a profound frustration with the way Saraçoğlu has been handled, stating, "She shouldn't have to endure such behavior." These words have caused a stir in the gossip world not because they are new, but because they validate what millions of fans have felt in their hearts for years, that a woman of such grace was being subjected to an indignity she never deserved. According to the accusations now rippling through the tabloids, Mert takes a very clear, almost protective stance on the history of this long and tumultuous saga surrounding Afra. His statements to his close confidants constitute a harsh, unyielding critique of the treatment Afra received in her past dynamics. The narrative that emerges is one of a woman who was often disappointed, frequently hurt, and systematically undervalued. Mert reportedly posed a rhetorical question that has since become the central thesis of this entire scandal: would anyone treat a woman as beautiful and kind as Afra like that? This question strikes at the very heart of the contradiction that has plagued Afra's private life. How can someone so universally adored by the public be so mishandled in private? These statements have once again brought to light the painful paradoxes of her personal journey. The fact that she faced recurring disappointments, a pattern of behavior that seems to have been chronic rather than acute, reinforces the long-standing claims that this dynamic caused her great, silent resentment. Mert's assessment that it is very wrong to treat someone as beautiful and pretty as Afra like that is not merely a comment on her physical appearance, it is a commentary on her soul. It suggests that her external beauty is matched by an internal fragility and kindness that was exploited rather than cherished. Mert's words were not limited to criticism of the other party, his remarks about Afra also clearly revealed a deep, abiding respect for the actress as a human being. He describes her as a very beautiful, very kind, and a truly wonderful person, framing the mistreatment she endured as not just a relationship failure, but a moral failing on the part of those who failed to value her. This brings us to a critical question about the nature of relationships and self-worth. In your own life, have you ever witnessed someone who gave everything to a relationship, only to receive silence and disappointment in return? Do you believe, like Mert apparently does, that there is a special kind of shame in mistreating someone who offers nothing but kindness? We are incredibly curious to hear your philosophy on loyalty and worth. Please, share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. And if you agree that Afra Saraçoğlu deserves to be treated like the queen she is, show your support by hitting that like button right now. Let us show the algorithm that kindness still matters. The most talked about aspect of these leaked statements was the poignant reference to Afra's personal struggles amidst her skyrocketing professional journey. The narrative suggests a cruel irony: as her star rose globally, her private happiness was being eroded. We are talking about the European image and the rising pressure of fame. Mert's reported words reopen the debate about her resilience and determination in recent years. While she was securing international projects, giving dazzling interviews, and managing a growing popularity that crossed borders, she was reportedly fighting a silent war on the home front. She has been, by all accounts, patient despite many challenges and pressures from her career and her surroundings. This patience, however, is now being reframed not as a weakness, but as a tragic virtue. All these factors have once again fueled claims that her private life faced difficulties that would have broken a lesser spirit. The tabloids suggest that Mert is among those who believe Afra has been too patient and too understanding, often prioritizing the peace of the relationship over her own emotional needs, only to suffer constant disappointments in return. It is the classic tragedy of the giver who is tied to a taker. This revelation is just the beginning. Mert's words have created a domino effect in the world of celebrity gossip that shows no signs of slowing down. Following this leak, many producers, agents, and industry insiders, people who usually keep their secrets locked in vaults, began to recall details that had been discussed for years but never spoken aloud. It seems Mert merely lit the match that ignited a pile of dry wood that had been stacking up for a long time. According to rumors circulating behind the scenes, the problems were not limited to simple jealousy or the cliché of heavy work schedules. This once harmonious on-screen couple from Yoli Kapkini is said to have suffered from a rot within the relationship defined by recurring disappointments, broken promises, and unfulfilled commitments in their private life. In particular, devastating claims have resurfaced that Afra was emotionally sidelined at times during her career expansion. While she was trying to build an empire, she was allegedly being made to feel small in her own home. One shocking industry comment sums up the situation with heartbreaking clarity: Afra was always the one who waited while others prioritized their careers or freedom above all else. This assertion has gained even more traction with Mert's statements. It paints a picture of Afra as the constant gardener of the relationship, making numerous sacrifices to keep the bond alive, while her partners or surroundings sometimes put other priorities, trips abroad, solo projects, international invitations, first. During this time, claims that Afra was emotionally abandoned have become a central, burning topic in gossip columns. She waited, sometimes alone, while the world assumed she was living a fairy tale. We are deep into the analysis of this unfolding saga. If you are finding value in this breakdown of the hidden truths behind the headlines, please make sure you have joined the Mr. Magazine family by subscribing. We are the voice for the voiceless in the celebrity world. Also, I highly encourage you to check out the Join button, Katil, to support our channel directly. Your support allows us to continue digging when others stop. What do you think the other side will say in response to these claims? Let us know in the comments. In the face of this storm, Afra's camp remains silent but incredibly strong. As always, Afra has not made any direct statement regarding these leaks. However, in the court of public opinion, this silence is being interpreted not as cowardice, but as the ultimate sign of maturity and grace. She is refusing to descend into the mud. Meanwhile, the internet has exploded. Whoever doesn't appreciate Afra will lose. This is the mantra of the day. After Mert's words were leaked to the press, social media became a battlefield of love. Thousands of posts were published in a staggeringly short time, with Afra's fans flooding her with messages of unwavering support. Comments like "leaving someone who doesn't appreciate you is the right decision" are drawing massive attention, signaling a shift in the public consciousness. The fans are protective, stating, "Afra is one of a kind. It's a great loss to upset a woman like that." The consensus is clear: not appreciating Afra's worth is a huge mistake, and the public is ready to defend her honor. The entertainment world is shaken because Mert's words are considered a sign of a new era. It is said that the truths everyone has known for a long time, but that no one has spoken aloud, can no longer be hidden. The architecture of silence is crumbling. Meanwhile, the question echoing in the gossip columns is Afra finally leaving the past behind and opening a new chapter? According to some insiders, Afra has decided to set clearer, sharper boundaries in both her career and her private life. She is said to have declared to herself, "I will not fall into the same cycle again," and that she will no longer compromise herself for anyone. This story is not over yet. Mert's candid statement is perhaps just the beginning of a series of truths that have remained hidden behind closed doors for years. While everyone in the gossip world awaits possible reactions, Afra's silent but determined stance is already considered a victory. In this narrative, she is the phoenix rising from the ashes of neglect. In conclusion, Mert Ramazan Demir's candid statement has highlighted the unfair treatment toward Afra Saraçoğlu in a way that can no longer be ignored. While the public has clearly sided with her, Afra stands out not for her anger, but for her calm, firm, and focused demeanor. While the absence of acknowledgement from others has been criticized in this story, Afra is seen as the absolute winner. Those who fail to recognize her worth are reportedly learning a hard lesson: you never know the value of a diamond until you lose it. We at Mr. Magazine will continue to monitor this situation with the vigilance you expect from us. Thank you for joining us for this special report. If this story of truth and vindication resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, remember to value those who value you. Goodbye.